Maybe you've been watching some of our videos and online services, but where does the rubber hit the road? You know, you've heard about Christmas celebrations, you've heard about Jesus coming into the world, but so what? Well, in this video, I want to share with you one thing that can change your life forever. Earlier in December, as a family, we watched Merry Christmas, Mr. Bean. Now, it was first broadcast in 1992, believe it or not. And my kids are quite young, but my son still loved the bit where Mr. Bean's running around with a massive turkey on his head. Earlier on in the episode, Mr. Bean causes havoc when he goes Christmas shopping at Harrods. And in one scene, he finds the shop's nativity display. All the traditional characters are there, but Mr. Bean brings in soldiers and all sorts of other things, and Mary and Joseph are shushing the sheep and the shepherds and the soldiers, don't wake the baby. A Dalek arrives, army tanks coming, and then finally a T-Rex turns up and tries to snatch the baby Jesus. Eventually, an angel appears hanging from a toy helicopter and uses a magnet to rescue Jesus from the situation and deliver him to the nearby doll's house. It's absolutely hilarious. And it gets us to where the rubber hits the road. Because in reality, Jesus didn't come into the world only to be rescued from the situation. Now, Jesus came into our world to rescue us from our situation. We live in a broken world, and if we're honest, we're part of it. We fight, we fall out, and we find ourselves to be a great mix of both good and bad. And so we need forgiveness, and that's why Jesus came into the world, to bring us forgiveness. Now, I recognise that this idea is about as popular as Scrooge, but it makes sense of the world that we live in. It makes sense of our great human capacity for good and evil, for love and hate, for kindness and selfishness, for giving and greed. One atheist political commentator has recently recognised this. We're not separated into good people and bad people. We're all both. We're all a mix. We are what Immanuel Kant called the crooked timber of humanity, and we need to be forgiven. The Christian tradition goes on to show us how we've not just behaved badly towards each other, we've behaved badly towards the God who made us. We've rejected his love, we've chased after all sorts of things that will never satisfy us, and we've rebelled against his good blueprint for our lives. Now, Jesus came into the world on a divine rescue mission, to rescue us, to save us from all of this, to bring us forgiveness for all of this by dying on the cross. The Queen in 2011 said this: God sent a saviour with the power to forgive. And you can receive that forgiveness today and enjoy peace with the God who made you. That's where the rubber hits the road. We're Mickfield Evangelical Church. Why not find us on YouTube, on Facebook and Instagram, and find out more?